This episode ponders another important question: what is cinema to us? Nowadays, considering all those terrifying news around us, we are just trying to find something to keep our brains safe and away from rotting, coping with all that loud sounds and tons of unnecessary information constantly bombarding us from every corner. Advertisement organizations keep on making tons of spam calls, sending important emails, and tailoring countless ads that appear on your screen while you browse, with just one goal: to make you consume and pay with your attention, time, and of course, money. All those psychologists and influencers are trying their best to get into your daily routine and install harmful habits. This way you can be easily manipulated and taken advantage of. In this episode we see Howard Stark, who is ready to give up all of his fortune to get the best content, to impress and to be impressed. Half the episode we think he is under some kind of a spell or just a puppet who knows nothing and keeps on doing everything his movie star Agatha tells him to do to make the movie for all time. But then we realize he did that all on purpose, and if not for Kingo, his actions could have potentially destroyed or reshaped the whole world in a bad way. We also have mentioned Kingo, an eternal Indian celebrity who agrees to let Agatha win after she convinces him that he may keep on doing what he loves the most: be a movie star, content creator. He doesn't ask for much, just 3 Stark's movies, but willingly gives away his powers, leaving everyone on mercy of unpredictable witch. We also have Jarvis, generic manager who blindly follows his boss's orders and gets no credit, only his paycheck and portion of fear. And of course, Agatha, a powerful being who will stop at nothing to get the taste of universal power and become the cosmic creature at smallest. Yes, if you have watched the Eternals movie, you may know what is at stake and get the point that Agatha actually has noble intentions here. But when her plan works and she turns herself into the celestial, then double celestial menu, what happens next? What is her first thought? Correct, to rule the world, to use her newly received power to control and validate her own existence, simply because she can. It's the weapon of choice. When you're nobody and have nothing you consider valuable, your primary goal is to survive, become someone who matters and have the power to influence your own destiny. And when you look around and see so much pain and insecurity, who wouldn't want to change that, to make things better? But better for whom is the right question here. Some people choose to help, others to take advantage of someone's misery. Everyone has her own truth. For me, it all comes back to basics. Doesn't matter if you call the same object lift or elevator, it's just the name. But what really matters is if you can use it to get to the floor you choose, and if you can get there in one piece. If you have the real power, you can make others do what you want, but in the end, it won't make any of you happy. But being a good example to follow can. Cinema is an escaping mechanism for most of us, but the entire new reality for those who create movies. Kingo lived long enough to understand this and offered Agatha to reshape the world not from the position of force, but to become a better example, to show, not tell. And luckily, she sees the true meaning of his words, and that universe receives a chance to grow into something extraordinary. Even content junkie Howard Stark decides to give up his weapon business and dedicate his life to create the new normal by being better and getting money from creating movies instead. But to check if this vast new reality has a potential to survive and strive, I guess we will have to wait and see if Agatha can defeat other Celestials. But that is another story, and this story ends. Hope you liked this episode as much as I did and can't wait to see the next one. See you soon and stay happy.